there are many studies that prove the power of gratitude to help our physical and mental health, and to really influence the body directly. So we know, if we observe in our own responses and feelings and sensations, that often the challenges bring us into these cycles of negative emotions and negative thoughts that feed on each other, and that are present during the day and also are present sometimes at night before we go to sleep, or if in the middle of the night we wake up. And so we know that we are experts on triggering our sympathetic nervous system, which is the one that activates more the amygdala, the little part in the brain that has a lot to do with emotions, and activates us in a way of being worried, angry, sad. I mean, there are reasons. So we are not denying here that the challenges are there, and that then these natural physiological responses of our body to the situation just come up. They are instantaneous, uh, involuntary, and so they are there. So the question now is how can we speak to our body in ways that the body understands to interrupt that cycle of negative thoughts and emotions? And also, how can we orient ourselves to feel gratitude? Sometimes we feel gratitude when we receive a gift or receive love, and it's just natural that we feel gratitude. For other people, gratitude is more ingrained in their life. Like no matter what happens, they somehow find some way of finding the silver lining and the what to celebrate. Like for example, let's say I was planning to go out and be in the sun, but then the clouds come and it rains, and I can either go, oh, it ruined my day, or it can go, oh, I have extra time to maybe rest and listen to the sound of the rain, and it's good for the plants, you know. So it's just how can we um, train ourselves into switch into this more positive ways of looking, which then they affect our system. And the study showed that they help a lot with the immune system, the positive, the gratitude feelings. And they also help with the heart health. And they are good to control the overactive sympathetic, to decrease the action of the overactive sympathetic, and to in fact go more into parasympathetic mood, which is the one of rest and repair. There was a study published in 2024 in JAMA, the Journal of the Medical Association, and they had studied for long time some hola, yes, I'm grateful for you. You are absolutely lovely. Hola, Bella. Hola. Okay, now I need to concentrate here. We cannot go out for now. Okay. Yes, just sit, 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 Bella. Okay, here she is. She's the dog of my son, and just beautiful, beautiful little dog. All right. So there was this study published in 2024 in the Journal of the Medical Association and JAMA, and they follow 50,000 women, nurses, for several years, and they gave them a questionnaire with questions like, I have many reasons to be grateful for in my life. or if I would have to list all the things I'm grateful for, it would be a long list. And then how women, most of these women were on average 79 years old. And the study followed them for several years. After the first 4 years, they check again how how many of them how their health was going. And this particular study, I mean, there have been studies before that tested the results of gratitude on the health of various organs, but this particular study wanted to test longevity. So they had these 50,000 nurses that responded to the questionnaire. And 4 years later, 5,000 of them had died. And of the other ones that are, I mean, it was a natural course of different kinds of diseases, the main one being cardiovascular diseases, which is the main source of the main reason of death in the United States for men and women. And of the ones that were alive, the ones that had more often answered the question of I have many reasons to be happy in my life, they had 10% more chance to be alive than the ones that were at the bottom third. So the ones at the top third, the ones that had a more or less continuous gratitude tendency, their bodies were functioning much better. And the ones that were lower in the habit or mood or outlook of gratitude, they were more prone to get more sick with more serious stages of sickness. So it doesn't say that gratitude will give you longevity forever, but it seems to indicate that it helps. If we go back to the studies, many studies that show that gratitude helps with the health of emotional and physical health, the health of the heart, of the digestion, it reduces blood pressure, it reduces anxiety and depression. It boosts the mood because, of course, if we have this daily habit of gratitude, naturally, not forcing it, but now we are going to talk how to practice that, then the whole organism functions better. And of course, we are also more available to ourselves and to others when we feel that there are reasons to be grateful for in our life. And as you know, I always look at these subjects from the point of view of neuroscience and also yoga and qigong. And that's the course that I'm teaching at the Polyvagal Institute of integrating yoga, qigong, and polyvagal theory, which brings the neuroscience. So in yoga, we have one of the main principles, the 5 yamas and niyamas, observances and restraints. Within the observances, probably the most important one is Ishvara Pranidhana, which is a surrender to God in the sense of trusting life, trusting this bigger presence, bigger intelligence within ourselves and around ourselves. For some people, they call it God. For other people, they call it universal consciousness, higher self, whatever you want to call it, that is around us and also in us. And so understanding that the life we have came with this package of challenges and blessings, and then finding reasons to be thankful. For example, let's say we wake up and it's a cloudy day again, but okay, thankful that I'm alive. Many people don't wake up. Thankful that I can feel my heart, that I can feel that I breathe. Thankful for the people in my life. Thankful for many different reasons that we find. Maybe we heard something that was beautiful. Maybe we are thankful for our whole capacities, and each one of us has different gifts that we can bring to the world. Have thankful for sharing them and for other people being wanting to receive them. So, there are so many possibilities. And so this Ishvara Pranidhan is trusting life with all its ups and downs, trusting, surrendering to the flow of everything that comes. And of course, it's easier said than done. We have our preferences, we have our reactions, we have our different challenges. And so we do the best we can. But so that would be from yoga. And then from Qigong, we have a very beautiful practice. Yes, you also know about how to be thankful moment to moment. You are a teacher too. Yes. Okay. Um, in Qigong, we have a practice that's the inner smile, and is finding again a sense of grounding and of gratitude by smiling to our organs. And it's wonderful if we also can touch the area there to bring our attention, for example, to our lungs and heart, and sense the heart beating under our hands, our heart, not the heart, but our heart, each of us, right? Our heart that has accompanied us from the very first moment of our life, beating under our hands. And sometimes it takes a moment if you have been engaged with other things to sense that heartbeat. And smiling to the heart, just visualize your heart and somehow remember your heart as you were 6 years old, 20 years old, 30, 40, when you have your child, when you, different moments in your life that now come to your mind, and how your heart, the same heart that's beating under your hands, was there, going through all these different experiences, lovely ones, difficult ones, and with this great sense of gratitude for the function and the experience of our heart beating, accompanying us, allowing us to be alive, together with the rest of the orchestra of our organism. Smiling to the heart and imagining that the heart smiles back to you. Integrating the different experiences that you have had, and remembering moments that you are grateful for in your life. So the smile starts at our heart, of the remembering those moments that we are grateful for. And as we know also from anatomy and from polyvagal theory, the vagus nerve that passes right through the center of the cardiopulmonary plexus, through this connection of the heart and the lungs, comes up to the face through the path of the vagus nerve connecting with other nerves, the trigeminal nerve, the facial nerve, the glossopharyngeal nerve, the accessory nerve. So all of these are being right now with that uh, mm, smile that's coming from your heart, coming out to your lips. There is also the meridian of the heart ascending at the corners of the lip. So even a very gentle smile, don't think that it needs to be very big. It's just a little sense of ease, of joy, coming, springing from your heart to your lips and to your eyes, remembering those moments in your life, giving thanks for them. So the inner smile within the Taoist and Qigong system is just a smile, but the smiling to the organs, each one of the organs, and we are going to continue. But I find that if we also, sometimes when we are just evoking the smile, it helps also just landing back on the body with a touch. And now we're going to again remember the heart and now the lungs that embrace the heart all the time and that accompany with the rhythm of the breath, the beating of the heart and help to calm the heart. So we are going to put now our hands like this. They're still covering the area of the heart a bit, but they're coming up a little bit, and with the middle fingers, we are coming to a point here. It's called letting go point. It's the beginning of the lung meridian, and you find it by going to your clavicular bone, and then 3-finger breaths down from the clavicular bone. If you bring your arm kind of straight in front of you, you notice that there is like a little triangle that's formed there with the clavicular bone, and then the ribs are coming here. And so between the first and second rib, up there, 3 fingers down from the clavicular bone, and not quite on the groove that's formed as you bring your hand forward, but like one thumb further in. So I want you to explore there. At the same time that you have a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And notice if there is any point that seems to be a little bit more sore, more tender there. Your fingertips now become like eyes that are trying to discover that point, find that point. And if not, just know that you have that point, 3-finger breath down from there. And we have one on each side because we have meridians for the lungs and for the different organs on both sides. So now we look on the other side. So clavicular bone, 3-finger breath down, more or less where the groove of the arm is. Sometimes one side is much more noticeable than the other. Sometimes you might find it in one side and not on the other. That's okay too. So just knowing that 3-finger breath down, there is that point. Hope that some of you have found them. For some of us, depending on the day, we feel it more or less. We are going to have our hands like this, like covering our heart. And then Bella will go out afterwards. Then we we put our hands like this, and yeah, we are thankful for the love. Okay. The hands are like this. And this point is called letting go, and it's a very important point to let go of intense emotions, especially grief. So again, we honor the emotion, we recognize what's happening. So that's the first step to be able to uh, experience and create more space for the emotion to start to untie it a little bit, not be so congested. We have our hands like this, and now we're visualizing. So our hands are covering the cardiopulmonary plexus right here, all the nerves that and arteries that are feeding the area of the heart and the lungs. So we're having the hands here, and then the middle fingers are towards that letting go point. And we are going to visualize our lungs, these two sacs, that are here, and come down to the diaphragm. And just notice our breath, give thanks for our breathing, for being alive. And smiling to our lungs and imagining that our lungs smile back to us. Yes, so much love, so much love. Oh. Hola, 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 hola. All right. So you are concentrating on your heart and lung. Me too. Okay, so here we are giving thanks to the heart and to the lungs. And then we are going to continue to these other major vital organs on the left. This is my left. Give me your left. Okay, we know that we are with the left. We go to the left side and we go to the spleen and the stomach and we massage there. And again, visualize your spleen and your stomach. And as you have this gentle breath, inhaling like sign, send some healing energy and some gratefulness to the spleen and the stomach. And imagine that your organs receive this sense of gratitude and that they relax, and it's their way of smiling back to you. And again, we know that the spleen, for example, is affected by wearing. So remembering all the ups and downs and moments in our life where we were worried about situations that seem so difficult, like if we would never be able to come out of it. And we did. We worked through those ups and downs, and here we are in this moment, learning and enjoying in a community of friends. Relaxing. And we give thanks for the whole package of our life, for everything that, all the challenges that have us worrying, and then how they also moved us to find ways to overcome the limitation or the stagnation that was there. Not by denying it, but by finding different ways of addressing it. And we now go to the right side. Give me a right, let's have a 5. Yeah. And we massage the liver and the gallbladder. The liver is affected by anger. So at this moment, we remember also the challenges that made us angry, or still maybe even today, and then how it can also move us to do something to change the situation, and trusting that everything is an opportunity to keep understanding and discovering different ways of expressing what we feel, of um, working with what is calling for change, and with gratefulness. So here's where that Ishvara Pranidhan comes in, that trust that things are not like a punishment to us, or an impossible situation, but that within themselves have a seed of growth, a seed of more discovery and understanding and expressing and learning, smiling to our liver and imagining that our liver smiles back to us, and smiling to the good amount of anger that moves us to change, and moving away from being stuck on continuous anger, which doesn't change the situation and doesn't make us available to ourselves or to others. So massaging at the liver and giving thanks for the whole package. Smiling to our organs, and the organs smile back to us with this sense of ease, of letting go of the stagnant energy there. Okay, and now we're going to go to the fifth set of vital organs, which is the kidney and urinary bladder meridian, and they are in the back by the side of the spine, more or less at the height of the waist, two little bags there. We massage up and down, in and out, or we can massage like this. Here we have a point called Hegu, joining of the valley, which is a most powerful anti-inflammatory point that we have in our body. So again, we could give thanks for the Hegu and develop this habit of massaging also there. We have it on both hands. So you use your first phalange, the first segment of your thumb, and you put it there and press on the direction of the index finger to find the Hegu point. You press from the top and from under. But it's not about how hard you press, but actually, again, trying to, with your fingertips, see that point. Okay, that's one. And this is the other on the other hand. It's called joining of the valley because if you put your thumb and index together, there is like a valley there. And at the end, and towards the index finger, is this point. These points are never on the cartilage or tendons, but in the in-between spaces. Okay, so with this too, we can also massage, if your elbows allow you, your shoulders and elbows, you can do these circles at the kidneys. Smiling to our kidneys, letting go of any stagnant energy there. Kidneys are affected by fear. So connecting with the fear that we might be experiencing right now, or experience at other moments in our life, and thinking the opportunity to learning from it. And here we go, massage. Okay, Bella. Okay. Yeah, I know you like the massage too. Where would be your kidneys? Somewhere back here. Okay, yeah, good, good. Now I need you to step back a little bit. Okay, good. Thank you. Massaging the kidneys up and down, in and out, or with your hands, or whatever way you can. I mean, don't force anything and always keep listening to your body. And let's visualize the kidneys, smile to them. And fears, again, fear sometimes is connected to the excitement of something new, something unknown that we would like to try. Sometimes is fearing about the future and, what might come as we worried what would follow from the present and will manifest in the future. But we also remember that we go day to day, and that's where we have our most direct influence, because every day then creates the next one. Uh, Even with issues of aging or political situation or whatever, we give thanks for what we have, and we try to keep as healthy mentally and physically as we can, so that we are available to ourselves and others, and so that we can take direct action on what is within our sphere of action. So that's how gratitude is such a great medicine, because it helps us to break the cycle of negative thoughts and emotions. And sometimes that cycle is so powerful that it brings like brain fog, and it just makes us bend forward with despair or whatever. We then correct our posture and we land ourselves back into our body. And that's why I feel that massaging is the thing that breaks through even the brain fog and everything. And then you start planting these little seeds of gratitude, of recognition of the whole power of the challenges and overcoming the challenges and working to develop more our inner resources. So I want to also maybe suggest a few questions that perhaps you can use at night before you go to sleep, and in the morning when you wake up, the same as this massage, or any time during the day that you remember. And in this practice of gratitude, start by bringing let's rub our hands, and let's bring our hands to this super powerful point we have here, the Sea of Tranquility, right? So our healing hands right there at the Sea of Tranquility. And a few deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling, like sighing. And then, what are you grateful for within yourself, for your body, your mind? What particular aspects of you are you grateful for? Or what, anything that comes up as you hold your heart and you breathe, giving thanks for the many gifts in your life that in your particular chapter of this incarnation has different forms. So what are you grateful for? And smiling to that. And so as we go to sleep or we wake up, what maybe could also be, what are you grateful for of what happened during the day? And it might be, small things, but what usually we tend to go to the problems, and to counteract that, what are you grateful for today? And the same every day, right? So, and also when you wake up in the morning, what are you grateful for that day? Sensing the ease and warm feeling that comes with this sense of gratitude for the gifts that we have received. And then another beautiful seed for evoking gratitude is which people are you grateful for that you have met in your life from your childhood to now? Just anyone that you remember and you want to hold for a moment in your heart. I feel that at this point, maybe what we could do is unmute and perhaps as we go for what are you grateful for within, for example, for yourself, maybe we can just say a word for something, if you like, or with people, my grandmother, my teachers, my pet, my this, my that, whatever. And we learn from each other. We resonate like an orchestra with each other. So, um, and I'm not here wanting here to, oh, for you, Amelia. That's besides me. What other? Okay, so I think it's open now, right? Can you open your own microphones and yes. So, what are you grateful for?
Amelia, I can share something very sad
Mm.
that I'm grateful for. This is Betty.
Oh, Betty, yeah.
And this is very sad. And what I'm aware I've gained from the classes embodiment wise is uh, I tend to be someone who has meltdowns and gets agitated and upset very easily if I'm frustrated. And so what I've gained is this ability to not only be calm, but to convey it to others. And yesterday I had lunch. Someone I almost grew up with. We've known each other since the early '60s. Who has ALS and had heart surgery, and she's very close to death. And um,
Mhm.
she even had a dream. She's very psychic that it may come soon. However, when we had lunch yesterday, and I called her this morning to make sure she was okay. So I drive 3 hours one way to see her, and then 3 hours. I live in the Central Valley, and I drive to the coast to see her. And she thanked me for my calmness.
Mm.
She thanked me for my calmness, and she also we're the same age, so she talked about my aliveness, my energy, um, all the positive things, and at the same time, that made me feel very good.
Mm. So wonderful that we've seen the sadness and the chaos or fear that she might be experiencing at some levels because of it's difficult always the transition with death, that you were able to be there supporting her and loving her, but at the same time bringing some kind of presence and calmness there. That's beautiful, and that's also what we aim to. Sometimes we empathize and we get overworked, and then we can't really. It's also totally natural, but we can't provide that other space of presence. How wonderful, and may your friend experience peace in these last days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have gratitude to you for instilling and for providing a practice that has allowed that to grow in me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. What what other it's just hear a little bit from your own worlds. What brings you joy and gratitude, and what are you grateful for? Thank you so much, Betty. Would you like to share anything? Like, I am grateful for my bed. I am grateful for Bella.
Oh, and by the way, Amelia, I sent you a little note in the chat that
Oh,
Bea reminds me of Stephen Porte's remark that pets are better at co-regulating sometimes than humans are.
right, because he can just be present and loving all the time, which is a high challenge for us to keep. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
wonderful.
have something I'd like to share I'm grateful for. It's Nicole.
Yeah,
Um,
Nicole, how are you? I mean,
I'm hanging in there, which is why my moment of gratefulness is, that feeling after a ridiculously awful day when you get into bed and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best feeling ever. Or or like I'll be real, or like taking off your bra after a long day, like just that feeling of, oh my gosh, this is just
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
grateful for that feeling because I've been having it a lot, and it's like just
Oh,
I'm so glad I can feel that.
Yeah, yeah. My mom used to say, "Who invented the bed?" Such a great invention just to. And you have four children and a lot of challenges, and yeah,
Yeah.
but how wonderful. So
mm,
thank you for the bed. Thank you for the
Yeah.
end of the day. Thank you for a moment to relax. How wonderful.
I'd like to share something. This is me, Carol. I'm grateful that I have money to buy food, that I have food, and I'm also grateful that I want to be generous and share and give to others so that they have food also.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Carol. And that's so needed too. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Becky, I'm grateful for family members that help and support one another, and also for pets who know exactly how to live in the moment.
For cats who know exactly how to live
The
in the box.
dogs, yeah,
Yeah, wonderful. You have cats and dogs, right?
cat and dog, right? In
And
fact,
they
the dog
coexist.
is resting now and looks a lot like Bella. Small,
Oh, Bella,
smaller,
they are talking
yeah,
about you, Bella.
but
Look.
very similar coloring.
Yeah, yeah. She knows that there is something on the other side because my son also has, he has this kind of when we get ready to go online, she knows that, oh, something is happening. Something is happening.
Right.
And she's always so lovely. Yes, yes. Mm. um, other echoes of gratefulness from any of you that you'd like to share with us?
I'll share.
Okay, Jackie,
Hi, I
yay!
can't stay away.
Good, good.
What came to mind is I sort of did a review of family and my parents and my brothers and my sister and growing up and how grateful I am to have had them in my life. And then I started to think of who already has passed away, both my parents, needless to say, and my Aunt Dorothy, who was 101, and she was quite a character. So it was just heartwarming to remember those that I still love and are still alive in me and have empowered me to become myself.
Yeah, yeah. And they
So
never go. They are staying with us in so many ways.
yeah, and I don't really feel grief exactly. I mean, I miss them though, but it's just they're still living inside me with such tenderness.
Mm.
that I hope I join them. I don't know.
Yes, of
Maybe.
course. I mean, the spirit knows no barriers, so
Mm, I
yeah,
love that idea. Yeah. Then I'm not just caught in just this body, but I'll
yeah, yeah. I feel the same.
I'll ascend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.